Another season about to get underway here on the Wrap-Up Show. John and Jim with you. Bi-coastal edition here of the Wrap-Up Show. Just less than 72 hours out from opening day at Petco Park. Not sure if Jim's going to make it to the opener or not, but we are going to react to
I barely made it out alive from this tornado. I don't think I'm going to be making it to opening day.
At least you have freaking internet and like lights. That's
debatable on the internet, but yeah,
better than yesterday or whenever the last show we did. We'll do a season preview. We'll react to what we expect the opening day an initial lineup or roster to look like for the Padres to start the year. We could do some win predictions and get you ready for Thursday afternoon at Petco Park. So get yourself in here, whether you're here live or on replay, and subscribe. Year-round content, as you know, the Wrap-Up Show here presented by our buddy Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Subscribe, smash the like button, and if you want to, again, contribute to the channel, you can become a member, as looks like Enrique has done. If you want the custom emojis and the badges, click the join button down below. If you just want to support the channel and see your comment on screen tonight, you can click the $ below the chat box. We need to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're about 200 away. Opening day is in 3 days. We've been 200 subscribers away from 10,000 for our entire life, it feels like. So please subscribe to this channel. Thank you, Enrique, for becoming a member. If you want to become a member, again, click that join button down below.
And by the way,
it's now
if you want to become a member and get some Hector the Killer emojis, then go right ahead.
Who's Hector Killer?
Or Cortez the Killer. That what was the stupid emoji that you made? Hector
That's
Cortez.
Stupid, you asshole. It's a good emoji.
It's a good one. But where's Hector?
I'm gonna
Cortez
make a tornado
now?
emoji. I'm gonna make a twister emoji for you. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, a couple of things. All right, we now know it's official. Nick Pivetta. This is a shocker. This came out of left field. Nick Pivetta will be the Padres' opening day starter. They're the 30th team to announce their opening day starter, and 4 days after every other team, 4 days after the 29th team in baseball announced their opening day starter, the Padres have a starter in Nick Pivetta. They'll face, just Tarik Skubal, a two-time Cy Young Award winner who will start opening day for the Tigers at Petco. Another season is here, Jim. I don't even know what the expectations are, truthfully. I mean, hope springs eternal. Fangraphs is still saying 79.6 wins, but here we go come Thursday afternoon at Petco Park.
Dude, I have seen projections range from 78 wins to 80 wins, 84 wins, 88 wins. Like, it's all over the map. Have you seen that as well? Like, it just doesn't feel like there's a definitive, all right, this is the consensus of what people think this team is going to be. Like, there is kind of this feeling of an all over the place. I think it has to do mainly with their rotation.
Why does your internet always fucking suck?
It's not my internet.
Tell me, is it my audio or Jim's audio that's cutting out every like 8th second with like a little like tinty weird sound? Is that me or is that Jim? Put it in the chat.
Is it me? Is it me?
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we are definitely back.
Is Jim's audio a little whack?
Whose audio is it's me?
Yeah, of course it's you.
It's Jim. What the fuck?
And you're like kind of like moving like all like twitchy. Like, hey, I have an idea. Buy like the better Pennsylvania internet. Don't buy like the freaking $9.99 Pennsylvania internet.
Hey, you know what? Hold on.
Wait, what are you using?
I'm using dial-up from 1999.
Oh my God, we'll just deal with it.
It looks fine on my end. Like,
it looks fine, except you sound like you're in freaking the Twilight Zone.
I should have just got swept up by that fucking tornado last week. I swear to God.
You should have gone outside.
I wish I did. I did go outside. I wish I stayed outside. I wish I just got blown away.
Weren't you telling me how Verizon Fios is like the greatest thing in the world or something 2 days ago?
No joke, got the like strongest internet that you possibly could get.
You got sold on something. What's your like processor through the mic or something?
Well, I turned off. I exited like all of my stuff on my computer. And
are you sure you're not on your phone's hotspot? Seriously,
I'm really not. Let me check.
Okay, seriously, check.
No, I'm not on my hotspot. What
Well, can
Darnay
you
text us?
stick together because it'll be better than what you're doing right now.
Darnay says that we both look and sound fine.
Okay, could be me.
Probably is you. I'm just gonna take the show off the rails in the first 30 seconds here.
You think I care?
No, I don't care either.
Let's get what the hell were you talking about? Oh, the projections are all over the place.
It was?
You were saying the projections are all over the place.
They are all. I asked what if would you feel the same way?
I can't do this show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I can't do this. You sound terrible.
Do I really?
I mean, I don't know. I guess to some people it sounds fine.
It's really bad.
I mean, it's fine. It's just that's par for the course of this channel.
On my end, you're the one that's freezing.
Yeah, because your internet sucks.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Dude, what?
Okay.
Do you want me to?
What do you have more faith in? What do you have more faith in, the rotation or your internet?
I have more faith in Hermonquez, bro.
Can you go to your hotspot or something and just waste all your internet and spend $100 on this stream?
How about this? How about I exit out?
Yeah, and then plug in. Can you plug
come back in? I can't plug in.
Yeah, exit out. Come back.
I'll just exit out. All right, I'll be back. Good job.
It wouldn't be a show without Jim bailing on the show.
Yeah, fucking idiot. Jesus.
It's not part of the script. It's like the freaking season. All right. You got to be able to overcome adversity. We're going to get to the top of the first inning and there's going to be 2 on and we're going to be like, shit, what happened? Everything was supposed to go great today. And now there's 2 on and 1 out and you're facing Tarik Skubal. We'll make it work. Jim will be back in a second. This is what you're missing if you haven't subscribed. So please do subscribe to this channel. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers. Smash the like button for us. You can follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Thank you to those that are members. Thank you to those that have contributed with Super Chats. We'll get to them here tonight. There's a lot to react to. I had Kevin Acey on San Diego Sports 760 here earlier today. It sounds like the opening day roster is close to finalized. He didn't make it sound like there were really any looming decisions on the roster. We know, obviously, the opening day starter. We basically know the rotation at this point as well. We know Ty France has made this team. So we'll go through it all over the next hour. And maybe we've seen a leak of the Padres City Connect uniforms as well. So we'll talk about that over the next 30 or 40 minutes as well. Appreciate you, Merrill Madness. You know what? Also, I will say this, since Jim, who the hell knows where Jim is? There is a great hat company in San Diego called the Klink Room, Klink, and they've got almost like a hat showroom in San Diego. And these are longtime buddies of mine. Jason and Casey run this place. They run a company that actually creates minor league baseball logos. So I've known them since they did work for my team that I work for in AAA, like 15 or 20 years ago, the Iron Pigs. They did the Iron Pigs logo, but they've got this amazing hat company in San Diego, the Klink Room. You can check them out online. You can go to their showroom that just opened in San Diego. And they literally have like 500 hat designs that are designed by like their customers. It's hard to even explain, but it's like the coolest company ever. So check them out at the Klink Room or find them in San Diego. What's wrong with my AirPods? Jesus, everyone's got a freaking opinions over here. Just let my AirPods be, please. What are you guys talking about? What's wrong with the AirPods? Look fine to me. Jesus. All right. So where do we want to start? Do we start with, the rotation we know, right? Pivetta, King, Vasquez, Buehler, Marquez in some order with Buehler, Marquez. So that's your 5-man rotation to start the season. I don't even know if they need 5 in the rotation for like the first 10 days because they've got 2 off days, I think, in their first 8 days of the season. But presumably you would give guys extra days there and you wouldn't go with a shortened rotation to start the year. You'd probably just go through 5. And then, some guys are going to get a 5th or 6th day, I guess, of rest in there as well. And just because it starts like this, the rotation doesn't mean it finishes like this, obviously. So they'll need depth. I think ultimately they'll need Joe Musgrove. I think he's a big part of this. I don't think he's as big as we'll get into Jason Adam. I think Jason Adam's a bigger piece, obviously, of the puzzle. And it does sound like he's going to start the year on the IL. But obviously a Musgrove, Musgrove's a big piece. They'll need a 6th or 7th or 8th starter along the way. But a lot of this is contingent on Pivetta. I mean, you look at his year last year, sub-3 ERA, 31 starts, 181 and 2/3 innings. So you replicate that, you're in good shape. You don't, and you wonder where you get it from. Like, that's how I look at it. We can talk a lot about Walker Buehler and German Marquez, but you could really use the 181 and 2/3 innings from Nick Pivetta. And you could use Michael King being healthy and making 30 starts or somewhere near that number and getting to 150, 160 innings. And again, when he's been healthy, he's been awesome. Didn't have a good spring. Normally, I could care less about spring training numbers, but when you're coming off an injury, I do think it's at least a part of the story. Randy Vasquez, obviously, velocity is up. I think there's some encouraging signs there, but he's your number 3. He's not your number 4 or your number 5. And then Buehler and Marquez for me are complete unknowns. Like, I take nothing away from spring. I think there were some encouraging signs in there, but you learn everything once the season starts with guys that have, are dealing with significant injuries over the course of, the later stages of their career. Marquez, Tommy John had an awful, awful year last year. And then Walker Buehler was just trying to get a job, basically. And it sounds like he's done that. Credit to him. And hopefully that pays dividends and hopefully he can stay healthy. But again, I'm anticipating some amount of like rockiness with both Buehler and Marquez, and certainly Musgrove when he gets back. And that's why you need your constants to be, they just need to be really good. And that starts with Nick Pivetta. It's hard for me to put a lot on Randy Vasquez and be like, hey, you got to be the guy to lead the way. I mean, that seems overly hopeful to me, but hopefully he's a serviceable piece of the puzzle. And then Michael King, I think you just put a lot of this on Pivetta and King. I think that's fair. Again, King coming off injury, so on paper it probably sounds better. Like the day they signed Michael King to that 3-year deal, I was so optimistic because you're thinking, wow, Michael King. They were able to retain him. I didn't anticipate that heading into the offseason. But then like reality sets in, like, well, he didn't throw 100 innings last year. So can he get back to where he was in 2024? Where the hell is Jim? Let's get Jim back in here. Jim, figure this out. Get us back in here. I'm buying a new computer. Is it your computer, you idiot?
I don't know.
For 1 second, you sounded good there.
Well, I probably won't sound good in 50 seconds, so we'll just roll with it, I guess.
Yeah, we'll roll with it. You sound fine. Maybe it was you restarting your... Let me ask you something. When did you buy your computer?
It was gifted to me in...
you didn't even buy it.
I didn't even buy it. It was gifted to me in 2016.
Shut up. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, dude. My mom got it for me for Christmas. So I'm looking at my Mac right now. I'm looking at
2016?
Yeah, I'm looking at the overview. It's a MacBook Pro 13-inch 2016.
2016?
It's a 2016 MacBook.
What does it weigh? 51 pounds?
It's pretty heavy.
Dude, like, but get a freaking $500 MacBook.
I know they just came out with a new.
They're advertising everything on March Madness through songs and la 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 and colors. Just get something.
I know it looked great.
I mean,
we'll see.
A little less money on shovels and a little more money on freaking MacBooks,
or a little less money on Pokemon cards and a little more money on MacBook.
Yeah, don't tell me I got these new Pokemon cards. Look how cool they are. I don't care. Trade them in for a freaking MacBook.
That will be the day.
The new MacBook is $600. They're basically giving it to you, Jim.
I know they are.
Okay.
$600 on a MacBooks or $600 on a Pokemon
And you killed
card.
the Padres for not spending like $20 million on starting pitching. You won't buy a freaking MacBook.
I'm a cheap motherfucker. That's such a good point.
That's such a good point. Like, you're like, oh, they have no money.
Like, you can't spend money. Like, it's fine. It's a couple $1 million here and there.
A couple million.
I'm like, I won't buy another MacBook.
You're like, it's $599. I just don't want to spend it.
It was $549, yeah, but $559 or $599, like, nah, can't do it.
It was student. Are you still a student somewhere in like middle school or something? Maybe they'll honor your 2016 schooling, which is like middle school.
I probably should like enroll in some classes.
What do you want to talk? Where do you want to start? I mean, I don't even know if we're starting or where we are. What do you want to talk about?
I mean, we start where we started, which was
Okay.
projections,
Rotation.
rotation preview, the roster,
Okay.
how you got Jason Adam, Joe Musgrove on the IL to start. You have a rotation that has Randy Vasquez as your number 3 starter. Herman Marquez is in the rotation. Walker Buehler is in the rotation. Bradley's in your bullpen, which is a nice addition.
Yep.
Um,
Rob Marinaccio is in your
Rob
bullpen.
Marinaccio is in your bullpen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the lineup. I know that the other day, Craig Stammen, I almost said Mike Schultz. Shit. Craig Stammen had Fernando Tatis Jr. leading off. And then yesterday, he had the weirdest lineup possible with like Jake Cronenworth leading off and Tatis in third. And it is very weird. So, like, is he trying to be cute here? I mean, that's the thing with this franchise. You open the show with, like, it took them till the last day of spring training to announce their starter, the last team to do it. That's just who they are as an organization. And I said this on social media. They're an organization that thinks by keeping things as close to the vest as possible that they're gaining some type of competitive advantage, when in reality, it's not that deep. It doesn't matter. Like, no one's getting this competitive advantage if you announce your starter 3 weeks in advance. It's just, you're not. Just the same way that you're not going to get this competitive advantage over somebody by keeping the lineup as close to the vest as possible. It's not this big thing. Like, you don't have to think it is. That's one of the most frustrating things with this franchise is I know for a fact, and you know too, they do this type of shit because they think they're going to get some competitive advantage from it, and they're not.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
It's the dumbest thing ever. Like, everybody knows who the leadoff person is for the Dodgers. It's Shohei Ohtani. Like, it's
right. They're not going to hide it.
like, oh, we're maybe thinking about something else with the lineup this year. Like, no, you're not. It's fucking Shohei's the leadoff guy.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, and I heard Craig Stammen today. He's like, well, we went back and forth on Pivetta and King. No, you didn't.
No, you
I watched
didn't.
King. He sucks. I mean,
You knew the starter was week 1 of spring training.
He had a 20 ERA. I mean, there's no way he was starting opening day over a guy that had a sub-3 ERA last year.
Right.
King wasn't fully healthy, obviously, the finish last year. He hasn't earned it. He was never going to start opening day this year, and they knew that, to your point, 6 weeks ago. When they got there after like Super Bowl Sunday, they knew Nick Pivetta was starting opening day if he was healthy. So some of it is unexplainable. They'll wait on their opening day roster until the freaking time they have to post it. I promise you that.
Yep.
They'll wait on their lineup until they have to post it because, gosh forbid, Tarik Skubal knew that Jay Cronenworth was batting 7th, not 6th. Like, he could care
Right.
less
He doesn't give a
about
shit.
that. And that's just who they are as an organization. And that's who they'll remain, I would assume, being under AJ Preller. And he's just signed a multi-year deal. We don't even know the length of AJ Preller's deal because they hide everything.
Exactly.
From everyone.
Another point.
Whatever. If they win 90 games, great. And if they don't, it's just going to look stupid in the end. All these stupid cat and mouse games. Got to go out and win right now. Listen, we think, you and I, we've talked about this here. I mean, we've projected high 80 wins. We can go over exact numbers later. What we are saying differs from what analytic sites are saying. I don't know why. It's different from betting markets. Betting markets have the Padres with maybe a below average chance of making the postseason. Things like Fangraphs and others have them around an 80-win team. I think most Padres fans expect them to get close to where they were last year. But it's a complete unknown. It really is a complete unknown. I'm fascinated. Like, here's the point I made today on the radio, Jim. Can you just ride the best bullpen in baseball history to 90 wins? And I don't know the answer to that. It's kind of a fascinating experiment. Of course, you're going to need starting pitching. But if they just have average starting pitching, can an elite bullpen get you 90 wins? And they're going to try to test that theory, I think, this year.
Well, look what they did last year. I mean, we had conversations with Kevin Acee every single week, and he wrote about it all the time. It was the use of their bullpen was not sustainable.
Right.
Now, in the end, it didn't come back to bite them. Actually, it remained a strength throughout. Without their bullpen, they would have had no shot in Game 3 or in the series versus the Cubs. Like, because of their bullpen, they had a shot in that game. It was once again the offense that shit the bed. So can they do it again? Can they ride a bullpen as much as they rode it last year? I mean, we're going to find out, right? In a full year of Mason Miller, I'm a little hesitant in just saying ride Mason Miller, because you know what's going to happen, right? Is because Mason Miller is so dominant, every single Padres fan is going to want Mason Miller out there every single game, and
Right.
that's just not sustainable, and it's not going to be good for Mason Miller, because if you look at Mason Miller in his career, he's never been a workhorse guy out of the back end of the bullpen. He just hasn't, because one, he's played for the A's.
He hasn't been on good teams, yeah.
And he hasn't had as many opportunities. And the most opportunities he had was last year, the second half with the Padres. But at the same time, that's one half is completely different than a full year. And he already maxed it out in the WBC. So how is that going to affect anybody, right? Is that going to affect him? Is that like, you just got to be smart with this.
Great point.
I just know it's going to happen. I guarantee it. The first time that, Mason Miller has a quote unquote off day, and you got Jeremiah Estrada out there trying to close the game and he blows it, or whoever, right? People are going to be like, why do you use Mason Miller? It's like, you can't use Mason Miller every single game. You're going to kill him.
Great point. His career high in outings was last year, and it was 60. And the year before that, it was 55. And then his rookie year, he had 10. So I'm with you. I wouldn't anticipate that number going much higher. Like, he's not appearing in 80 games. Sorry. I'd be shocked. He's under contract through 2029, I think, or at least 2028.
Who appeared in 80 games last year? Was it Adrian Morejon. Adrian Morejon appeared in like 70
games. A couple guys push it. I think Adam would have, if not for his injury.
Estrada
so
as well.
Could he appear in 65 games? Yes. But 80 would really push it, obviously. But that goes back to our theory of, like, can you ride a bullpen? And it's hard. It's going to be a challenge. Like, could you have openers to replace ineffective German Marquez's or Walker Buehler's along the way? Yeah, probably. But to what end? Like, how many innings can you squeeze out of this bullpen? And maybe the plan is that you're going to rotate through a cast of characters because Adam's not going to start the year on the roster, and you signed Jose Leclerc, and he's going to be available to you in the second half of the year. I mean, there's a ton of pieces and names that can come out of that bullpen, and a number of them have had a recent success, obviously, in the major leagues. But it's still, at the end of the day, you can't not get 5+ innings on the regular from your rotation once you get into the year. Like, that's just, you can't overcome Joe Musgrove going 2 2/3 innings, or Randy Vasquez being ineffective, or Walker Buehler being, breaking down, or German Marquez breaking down. Then you turn to JP Sears and Matt Waldron and whomever else. So it's going to be fascinating to watch how it all plays out, honestly.
Another part of this, 2026 season preview is, how does Craig Stammen manage a game? How does he manage a bullpen? How does he manage the personalities in that clubhouse? Another thing that I kind of want to talk to you about, you probably saw the article from Kevin Acee where Manny Machado is like, I'll rest when I die. And Craig Stammen's like, no, we're going to get him a lot of rest this year. Like,
I talked to Kevin about it today.
There is a curiosity about how Craig Stammen is as a manager, which I don't think, again, I've been a little out of the loop, but is that being talked about enough in San Diego that, like, hey, you got a first-time manager who really didn't want to be the manager in the first place, but got his arm twisted to be the manager, and now he's the manager, and how is he going to do in his first year, in a year where, I mean, there's some big changes around the corner? Like, that's a big subplot, I feel like, to this season, is what is Craig Stammen? Because as much as I disliked Mike Shildt, the person and the way he came off, there's no denying he was a good manager. Like, there's no denying that. So and by the way, too, there was a lot in spring training of, like, Craig Stammen saying how much he would talk to, like, Mike Shildt about what to do. It's like, I don't know. How is he going to act? How is he going to perform? It's the unknown. It's the unknown right now, is what Craig Stammen going to be as a manager.
I mean, Kevin makes it sound like he's going to be very confident, and he's going to do things that Shildt wouldn't do, like stand up to a Manny Machado. That was basically the point of the article. The article was like, Stan was like, he's going to sit, and Manny's like, I'll sit when I'm dead.
I would love to see that showdown in person.
But I mean, they are former teammates. So there's
But
probably a level of respect there, but like he made it sound like Stammen. I mean, Stammen in this article called Manny Machado no spring chicken. Like Mike Schilt would say nothing other than like Manny Machado is the greatest human being
True.
to walk the face of the earth.
True.
And here's Craig Stammen in spring training being like, this guy's not a spring chicken. He needs to sit. They're complete opposite in terms of what they're saying right now publicly. Now, to your point, maybe that changes once they get in season. It's the Mike Tyson line. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. You say you're going to sit Machado until you're 13-13 and it's May 1st. He's like, fuck that. I'm not sitting.
Right.
We're 13-13. And then you're 60-60. And then you're a game out of first. You're a game out of a wild card spot. So it's easy to say you're going to sit him or you're going to get him off his feet and DH him more. I could buy them DHing him more. At the end of the day, Manny Machado probably needs days off. His first day off last year was like 100-something games into the year. And his final 45 games last year, he hit 206 with a 650 OPS and sucked in the postseason in 3 games, hit that home run. But that's all he did. So he hit 206 in his final 45 games. Why? He probably wasn't fully healthy. And B, because he needed a blow. So they're going to have to find a way to do that.
How long's Manny been here for? Since 2019, right? So 7 years, 8 years?
Year.
7 year. Well, I'll say this. In the time that I've been covering Manny Machado, no one in that organization has stood up to him. Nobody. So now Craig Stammen's going to be that guy?
I mean, per Craig Stammen.
Okay. I mean, he's gone through how many managers so far in a Padres uniform?
4.
4 or 5? I mean, countless amounts of new teammates here and there. Has anybody stood up to Manny Machado? No. So, like, I would love to see it. I would love to see Craig Stammen be like, dude, you're not playing today. Like, I would love to see that. Again, Manny runs that clubhouse. Manny runs that organization for the most part.
Yep.
So I've yet to see anybody stand up to Manny Machado and tell him he's not playing on a random Thursday against the Colorado Rockies. But if Craig Stammen can do it, then I would give him major props. And I'm also very curious to hear Craig Stammen when they do go through tough stretches, when they do, encounter a 4 or 5 game losing streak. Like, I'm curious to hear how Craig Stammen handles some very basic questions from Kevin and Dennis and AJ, right? Like, is he going to crumble? Is he going to play it cool? Is he going to play it level-headed? Like, I'm curious to see how all those things pan out. And that's where my curiosity and part of this season preview, that I'm intrigued with is like Craig Stammen as a first-time manager, a guy that never wanted to be a manager in the first place.
Hey, Craig, why is Manny struggling at the plate? Well, he's dealing with hemorrhoids. That's good. Yes. Everyone's dealing with hemorrhoids, apparently, for the Padres. Let's get back to this conversation after we do thank our title sponsor here on the wrap-up show, our longtime title sponsor, Mark Nimitz. He's been with us since 2021. The title sponsor of the wrap-up show. If you have an insurance need, by the way, I've now got the quadruple policy through Mark. I've now got auto insurance. 2 cars. Okay, me and my wife, we've got auto insurance policy with Mark. By the way, we have a combined 4 insurance policies between me and Jim, and I have all 4 of them. So I have auto. I've got.
I almost got auto from him one time, but then I had auto. I didn't. It was just, and I don't own a house, so how can I get homeowners insurance?
That's great. So I've got homeowners, I've got earthquake, I've got life, and I've got car.
Of course, you have earthquake insurance, you hypochondriac.
You have to. It's not hypochondriac. It's hypochondriac.
I said hypochondriac.
All, if you don't have earthquake insurance and you own a home in San Diego, you're a freaking moron.
When's the last major earthquake to go through San Diego?
Oh, good. Nice jinx, you moron. That's great.
I don't live there anymore, so good luck.
I hope you have another tornado.
Probably will, honestly.
He said, does anyone own a home in San Diego and have earthquake insurance? Why wouldn't you? Tell me why you wouldn't have earthquake insurance in San Diego.
I don't know, because there's never earthquakes in San Diego.
Yeah, just double down. All right.
If there's an earthquake tomorrow, oh my God.
If there is, I'm going to seriously kill you. And everyone,
you're going to fly to Philly and murder me.
By the way, there's fault lines, dude. There's like, what are you talking about?
I know there's fault lines, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. When's the last time there was a major earthquake in San Diego?
can't deal with this show anymore.
We haven't done a show in like a week. What do you mean you can't deal with the show anymore?
I don't know.
We don't have a
Anyway,
regular
if
show.
you have an insurance need, click the link in the description down below. Get in contact with Mark Nimitz. He'll tell you why earthquake insurance is encouraged in the state of California.
Correct. And if you want to reach out to him, all his information is on that ticker below as you see it right there. mnimitz@farmersagent.com. Reach out to Mark and let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
God darn it.
Did you miss me?
No. What else? Jason Adams starting the year on the IL. He pitched today. He retired all 6 batters he faced in 2 outings here recently, but I think what Kevin said today makes sense. Here's the thing. He's been good, obviously, and he's healthy, but are you willing to not throw him 3 out of 4 days or back-to-back days? He hasn't yet done that. So they're probably like, give it 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's continue to ramp him up. Who cares? We're playing 162 games. He's such a critical piece to our success. I mean, he really is. You could argue he's the second best piece in their bullpen behind Mason Miller. So I think you just roll with it and wait for him to be 100%, not 90%. And I would guess he'd be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's no concern there at all. I think taking the slow approach with him is the right approach because of how valuable he is to this bullpen and to this team. I mean, look what happened last year when he went down. There was some struggles in that bullpen, and guys were being used a lot. I don't think it would have helped them if they had Jason Adam in the postseason because they couldn't score and their offense once again completely shit the bed. But I do think he, is such an important piece to this team over the long 162 game season that making sure he's healthy and hey, if you got to miss the first month of the season, miss the first month of the season. Yeah, totally fine. And it gives guys like Bradley Rodriguez an opportunity now early on in the season to hopefully maybe step up, or other guys in that bullpen to step up and take that role. And, Jeremiah Estrada, Adrian Morahone, Mason Miller, those are the 3 back end of your pieces of your bullpen right now. Those are staples. And so to start out the year, it's going to be it's a lot of it's a feeling out process with your bullpen to start the season. It really is. For the first month and a half, unless you have established guys, and they do. They have Miller, they have Estrada, and they have Morahone. But you're talking about the 5th through the 7th inning, who's going to take over that spot, right? Who's going to step up and be that guy? And especially, too, if your rotation is going to be as strong and only sometimes give you 3 innings, who's going to be that bridge to the Morahones, the Estrada, and the Miller? And this is an opportunity for a lot of guys to step up.
Kyle Hart, I think, is the answer as that bridge guy, or someone like Kyle Hart, especially early in the season when guys aren't built up and they are only going something like 3 or 4 innings. I mean, listen, this first series, I made this point today. The overreactions are coming, whether they win or
they're
lose.
0-3. It's season's over. Fire Craig Stammen. Sell the team again.
Yeah, if they start 2-0, it's like Craig Stammen, give him a lifetime deal and build a statue.
Right.
But I mean, this is not exactly the easiest series in baseball to open with. Let's be honest. This will be impressive if they play well right out of the gates against Detroit with their rotation. I'd rather face Tarik Skubal day 1 than day 31 when they're not gonna freaking stretch it with him. So maybe you can get to their bullpen after 5 innings because it's his first start of the year or something to that effect, as opposed to facing him when he's built up and he can throw 7 or 8 innings. Yeah. So on one hand, that's good. And again, I'd expect just a low-scoring game in general, but you have Nick Pivetta on the mound. So you're just trying to match Tarik Skubal until you can get to your bullpen, then advantage Padres is what I would say. But there'll be overreactions, and that's fine. I'm all for those overreactions, but I'm not putting any stock into who cares. If they win Thursday and win 70 games, nobody cares. Or if they lose Thursday and win 90 games, that's obviously the preferred alternative. But last year they started 14-3. That was their year. That was their path to the postseason. Their 14-3 start.
We talk about it all year long.
And I would be shocked if they started 14-3 again. It was their best start in the history of the franchise. So that would be very surprising to me. But it only takes a 2 or 3 week stretch to position yourself well. And we'll see when and if that comes in 2026. But yeah, 14-3 is amazing, but that was it. I mean, that was their entire year. So I'd love to see it again, but that's not my expectation.
Yeah, that's how baseball season always is. Every team that's good, not the Rockies and Rockies and White Sox and Marlins or whatever. Everyone's 60-60. It's what you do in your final 42, or at least a 42 game stretch, right?
Right.
Every team goes 60 and 60. You're going to win 60 games. You're going to lose 60 games, right? But it's what you do in that 42 games that decides your season. And Padres had 2 stretches last year. It wasn't just the start of the season, right? They had another stretch, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I believe it was in right after the trade deadline or before the trade deadline.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like right at the trade deadline. They won 6 in a row. Yeah, it was like right at the trade deadline. They played some really, really good baseball right before they got swept by the Dodgers in the middle of August.
I remember that.
Yeah. Like, that was another stretch.
Everything was great, and then Michael King got hurt.
Right. So they had 2 stretches. Obviously, the start of the year, 14-3, and then that stretch around the trade deadline, and that was their season. Because everything else, they were a below 500 team or a 500 team at best, I think. So,
right.
And by the way, like, we're not going to break down every game like other shows in San Diego do, every single game of the season.
Yes, we are.
But I will say, tell me if you agree with me, pretty tough open to their season with Detroit, San Francisco, Boston, and then Pittsburgh, where you probably will face Skeens.
Yeah, at some point, you're going to have to face them.
Like, at some point in the history of the franchise, Paul Skeens is going to pitch against the Padres.
I do completely agree. I was just looking at it, actually, that specifically because it's the start of the year. Like, I don't know what Pittsburgh's going to be, but I know the first 2 weeks of the season they believe. You know what I mean?
Don't they have who's that top prospect they have? Griffin?
Yeah.
He's on the team though, right? He got sent on the minors.
I think he did. Hold on, I'm looking that up right now.
And then they got this guy that throws like 103.
Yeah, his name's Paul Skeens.
No, not the other guy.
I know. Yeah, Connor Griffin hit 333 last year in 100 something. He had a 941 OPS in the minors. Yeah, big time prospect.
He's like the number one. He's like, I think he's a top 5 prospect in baseball. Yeah. He's
I think he was like
potentially the next big thing.
Right.
But anyway,
exactly.
Probably not going to see him because the Pirates are going to manipulate that shit and make sure that, they don't have to. Yeah.
He never appears in the major leagues.
But
but I'm with you. I mean, the Giants, the first week of the season, and going to Boston, going to Pittsburgh. By the way, it's going to be 39 degrees for 2 of those days, somewhere.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Just because.
And then they have Colorado for 4. I mean, Rockies are going to suck again, but again, it's the beginning of the year. Who knows?
Yep.
Seattle is a team that was on the cusp of World Series last year, and they have good pitching staff. It's going to be an interesting start. It's not going to be a cakewalk. I'm with you. I don't think 14-3 is going to happen to start the season. And they're going to have to be on their toes to start because Detroit is a team that could be a World Series contender this year. Shit, they could win the World
100%.
Series with the rotation that they have. They're absolutely a team that could be in the World Series. Giants, they got good.
They're supposed to be as good as the Padres.
Exactly. And they're going to have Rafi Devers for a full year, a guy that,
exactly right.
Good
pitching.
Yeah. Logan Webb. I don't know if he's going to be seen in that series, but still. Actually, probably will because he's
he will definitely pitch in one of the games that series. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robbie Ray. So, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult start to their season potentially.
Yeah, completely agree. So, I mean, again, nobody needs them to go 14-3. That was amazing. No. I mean, starting 10-7's a good start.
I'm saying that right now. I would sign up for 10-7 to start the season. Wouldn't you? Absolutely.
Yeah. And you got those 4 Rockies games. To your point, we don't know if they're going to be historically bad like previously, but you got to take 3 of those. Obviously, that's your expectation heading into a series like that. And then later on in the month, you get Colorado again. So there'll be some opportunities, but I'm with you. Those first 12 games, I mean, we do this all the time when we were doing a radio show. I mean, I'd probably take 6-6 out of the gate. I mean, why not? It's not the end of the world. It could be worse.
I'd want 7-5 just because I just think, 6-6 is not the worst in the world.
I mean, you're facing like Glavine and Smoltz to start the year.
I know. It's like, what the fuck?
And Maddox. And then you're facing potentially Skeens and you're facing Webb and you're going to Boston.
Chris Sale.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not Chris Sale, Crochet. Sorry.
Yeah, Garrett Crochet. So I don't know, 6-6, 7-5 absolutely would not be the worst thing. I mean, certainly 7-5 would not be the worst thing in the world. That's probably a pretty decent start.
I mean, you're right. You could face Skubal, Webb, Garrett Crochet,
Valdez.
Paul Skeens, Valdez, Robbie Ray. Shit.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of forget Framber Valdez threw nearly 200 innings last year.
Dude, he was the best pitcher on the market.
Yeah. The guy was a freak.
One of
his
the best
numbers
pitchers
aren't.
on the market.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a he's not a 2 ERA guy traditionally, but he's a workhorse, and
he's an asshole for throwing at his catcher. But
True.
other than that, he's an amazing pitcher.
Very good point. I want to talk City Connect leak in a moment, but first, I want to remind our viewers and listeners that you can get to Petco Park on opening day with our friends at SeatGeek, and you can do it for $73 a ticket, including fees. And make sure to take advantage of our promo code. We've hooked you guys up. You can get 10% off any tickets with promo code PODSWRAP10. That's PODSWRAP10. Just click the link in the description down below. We can't wait to get out. By we, I mean me, out to Petco Park this year. And again, SeatGeek has some terrific deals for you, including our promo code PODSWRAP10. That's PODSWRAP10 for 10% off. There's thousands of events listed on SeatGeek, whether you're in San Diego or LA or Philadelphia or San Francisco. We're talking about sporting events and festivals and concerts and more. Obviously, baseball season about to start, the NCAA tournament underway, NBA postseason coming up, World Cup tickets, obviously this summer as well. So take advantage, get 10% off. It's just so simple and easy to browse and scroll. Use that promo code. You see it on the screen. Click the link in the description down below and get to Petco Park Thursday afternoon for $73 a ticket, including fees.
82 degrees.
It's going to be tough.
Must be nice. But anyway, SeatGeek has a scaling system 1 to 10, so you know that you're getting a good deal. So make sure you look for the green dots. Green means good. Red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. All you got to do is use our promo code PODSWRAP10. You see it right there on the screen for 10% off your very first SeatGeek order. Go to the game on us.
All right, I'll be the first Debbie Downer on this City Connect leak. Now, I didn't like the initial City Connects. I thought they were awful. Now, San Diegans like them. You saw that color combination in the ballpark and around San Diego all the time. So credit to the Padres and their marketing. I think it was very successful revenue-wise. I never thought it looked like San Diego. This recent leak, and maybe we can pull it up, Jim. I can pull it up when you're talking.
You can pull it up because my computer will blow
Yeah, your computer sucks. It's from 2016. But this recent leak to me is fun. I mean, it's probably better than what they had, but I thought what they had was awful. It's a carbon copy of the San Francisco Giants' awful City Connect uniforms. Those aren't good. And these aren't good either if these are accurate, in my opinion. I like the cap that we've seen over the course of probably 3 or 4 months at this point. I have no issue with the cap that I've seen. Personally, I think you could do so much better with the City Connect uniform if this is, in fact, the uniform. And it looks like there was a white and a navy, or even a black, a dark navy or a black. But it looked like there were 2 versions potentially of it. I mean, I think you can do better. I thought they could have done better the first time. And if this is, in fact, their City Connects, I think they can do better again. That's my 2 cents.
I'm not offended by it.
Like the last one.
Like the last one. The last one took me a while to get used to. The best way I could describe these ones are they're safe. I don't have
a good thing.
Okay, yeah, but I would rather honestly have a safe uniform than a uniform that was like the previous City Connects. I look, honestly, if I'm being honest, hats, okay, hats are fine. I can tell what they're doing. It looks like the theme is going to be. Looks like I'll look on the patch there, like Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah. So, and they're using the old Padres blue with the orange and the yellow.
It's
right?
Like pink in there.
I don't see pink. I see like
you don't see pink on the sleeve. Look at the sleeve. That's pink.
It looks like a dark red to me.
This?
Oh, that's pink. Oh, I didn't see
pink,
that,
bro.
Okay. So my guess is now they're like we're gonna infuse our old City Connects with our new City Connects.
But what's this font, dude? What is this font?
It looks like the font looks like something a high school kid would do.
Yeah,
on like
I don't get that font.
Yeah, just call everybody Jeff. Call everybody Jeff. He's great with fonts.
Yes,
He would
thank
come.
you.
He would come up with like the best font ever for them.
Where's
Call
the
Jeff
giant?
West. It's so easy.
Where's the Giant City Connect? Because that's the. I mean, it kind of looks
The
like the
old
Giants.
ones.
No, I don't know. They have. Here it is.
Oh,
I'll
here we
pull it up.
go.
I mean, what is this?
The Giants ones were an abomination.
But so are these that much better?
Well, because the Giants ones, like click on the Giants.
Oh, that's awful.
It's awful because it doesn't say Giants at all. The one with the Padres, I will say, the blue reminds me of
Yeah, the Navy. Yeah.
the blue 98 colors,
Yep.
right?
But look at this shit. This has the purple, orange, yellow, and then
yeah, it's awful.
this
That one's awful.
has the.
This one's not as bad as this one's not as
Yeah.
bad. I don't
But look,
consider
these
it to be the
patches
worst thing
don't look.
ever.
But hear me out. Here, you know me with these uniforms.
I know
The word Padres on Dia de los Muertos. I don't know how much I can zoom in here. It's a different font than the word San Diego. It's not even close. Like, why would you put Padres over top the patch?
Now
Everyone knows they're Padres.
I did see, and I don't think you can find it, but I did see somebody on Twitter like superimpose this jersey on Fernando.
I saw that.
And
well, everything looks good on Tatis. A freaking tutu looks good on Tatis, dude.
Right. But what I'm saying is you have the blue dark jerseys with the white pants. Give me like a blue stripe down, whatever. And then the hats.
Yeah.
It didn't look as bad. And I do think like those jerseys are going to sell like hotcakes. They're
of course.
If you're a Padres fan, you're like, these are ugly. Give me 12 of them. Like, it's just, it doesn't matter.
No,
what
I
they
agree.
put out. If those are really the City Connect, and they could be fake,
they might not be.
It might be a like planned leak to throw everybody off from the Padres. Which honestly, if I was the Padres, I would do. I'd be like, hey, here's the jerseys, and then throw everybody off, and then come out with something way better.
Yeah, I just feel like in San Diego, after like, just I don't know, man. Just you got to hit a home run. It's like they're
really
into fans, and
doesn't it seem like they're really into like the border? They're really into like the cross-border
Baja California,
Baja California, like the Mexican, like they're really into that culture to bring it to the Padres. If this is to be true, what these jerseys and leaks are, and what the theme of these jerseys are, I think Group Dog viewed what the City Connect jerseys were doing with like the mariachi. They have a band out in center field, right? And they really went hard on the culture thing with the border. And I think they thought that was a huge success, and it probably was because, like I said, if you're a Padres fan, you're like, these suck. Give me 12, right?
100%.
And it just
I think they're not wearing them until the second Friday, by the way. Second Friday home game.
April 9th.
Yeah.
Makes sense because the first Friday home game is the first Friday home game. They're not going to debut them on there.
4 days. Yeah.
Right. Again, I saw it and I was expecting the worst when the City Connect jerseys would leak or come out. But they're fine. I don't have a big problem with it. And I have to see it on. There it is. Now is the what?
I mean, yeah, that's incredible because it's Fernando Tatis Jr. and it does look better, but I'm not a fan of freaking Church League softball navy pants.
No. It has to be white pants. Can't be blue pants.
You know what? You gotta go white pants. Don't get cute. I don't need freaking navy pants, guys. I mean,
no, give me the white. If that's the look, again.
Yeah, I mean, it's Fernando Tatis. You could put him in a freaking anything that looks good.
It is as safe as you could get. And like I said, sometimes safe is the best bet.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just looking at. I mean, it's.
You know what? It also does give me a vibe. It does give me a vibe of
what?
San Diego Wave, or no, sorry, SDFC, not Wave, but SDFC.
I would almost go Wave. Don't the Wave use that kind of wave color combination? The pinks and the oranges. Like
San Diego Astros.
Yeah, very Astros. Great call. Yeah. Great call. It's so Astros.
You're right. Oh that shit! I can't unsee it now.
I cannot see it. You can't go. It's so Astros. Oh. I can see Houston wearing that exact uniform. That's such a good call. But did you see the white version of this jersey also?
No, they would not have two, would they?
I don't think so. Does anyone else have two active ones? but maybe they'd wear white with white pants and navy with navy pants. I don't know. So
Is it so hard to just like take the 98 jersey
and
and
just
freshen
redo
it
it.
and freshen it up a bit?
Because that's not that. What I just saw is not that.
Like, it's not hard. Now, again, just think of what is it called? City Connect. They're trying to connect with the city.
But are they doing a good job of that?
I bet you if they showed you their numbers, they probably are. Because all the group dog cares about is how many jerseys they sell and how many jerseys are flying off.
But remember the old one we said that's freaking like Miami Vice.
Yes. Anybody that liked those jerseys, I'm sorry. It's like you're either a super fan, and I totally get it. Anything that the Niners do, I'm like, actually, I take that back. Those black jerseys,
they had that
the Niners
one
had
week 18 jersey that was awful.
Those black jerseys the Niners did last year, I try to convince myself they were good. They're fucking awful.
They'll never wear them again.
They better not.
I'm telling you, they won't.
But yeah, it was like, every homer in town was just like that's on the radio or in media. Like, these are fucking great. I'm just like, no.
Yeah. I mean, again, listen, every team has them. I have no issue. I mean, there's a lot of shitty City Connect uniforms, a lot. Some are okay and some are better than others, but you just would like to think that second time around the Padres, you could come up with something really good. And I don't know if they're going to be able to accomplish that goal or not. And like you said, maybe it's to take us off the scent and they're not real, what we've been seeing.
That'd be kind of
and
a baller move.
That'd be amazing if it was something completely different.
Or they had a couple of, no, they wouldn't have. I was going to say maybe they had a couple of versions and they leaked and they wanted to see what people thought of that. And then they swerved, but they already have everything set up and pictures have been taken and promos have been shot. So,
right. I'm going to put a quick poll up, and everyone hates uniforms the first time they see them, or like team names. Everyone hates team names, like minor league names, and then they sell like hotcakes.
Dude, SDFC's logo did not go over well first time.
I still don't know if it is.
I agree with you, but I think the colors that they use is good. Like their new jerseys are sick. Their new kits, I like them.
Yeah, I'm not even sure which. Yeah, the ones they debuted earlier this year. It's a good call. I forget what those look like, though, to be honest with you. I just put it up at the top of the chat, guys, if you want to vote. Do you like the leaked City Connects? Yes or no? Simple as that. And we'll see if we when would we officially find out? We said maybe we'd find out within the next week. You're going to have to unveil them, right, before the first game. You're not just going to take the field in them.
No,
I would think we're a week away from that.
Yeah, you're going to probably do it. I don't know when they're going to do it, but a couple days before for sure.
Yeah, sooner rather than later. You want to do win predictions? Let's do that on the other side. Actually, after we tell our viewers about our friends over at Underdog Fantasy. Best and easiest place, as you guys know, to play fantasy sports is at Underdog Fantasy, and you can take advantage of our promo code, which is PADSWRAP, PADSWRAP. Receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a free pick. Click the link in the description down below. It couldn't be simpler or easier to win. You can play across all sports, whether that is NBA, obviously Major League Baseball with opening day now. Just actually 48 hours out because the Giants play the Yankees coming up on Wednesday. Simple higher or lower. Play across games and sports, MLB, college basketball, whatever it is. And the more you play, the more you can win. And they're giving you a free pick if you use our promo code PODSWRAP. Again, you can win up to 1,000 times your money in a single night. 1,000 times. $10 can turn into $10,000 and so on and so forth. So click that link in the description down below. Use our promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP and start playing today at Underdog.
Yeah, there's a QR code right here. You scan it. It will take you to the App Store. Download Underdog Fantasy. Use our promo code PODSWRAP. Start playing today. Baseball season right around the corner. You're going to have plays every single day, higher or lower. So get on it right now. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and use our promo code when you start playing. Do I have a lisp?
Right now you don't. During the tornado you did.
Well, yeah, it was on my phone. I showed Aaron that video and she was dying. She's like, "Why do you have a lisp?"
So good, dude.
I'm like, I don't.
It's your freaking 2016 computer, man. You have like the Lisp app, which is like a 2016 Mac idea.
Jesus.
All right, let's do this. final record, team MVP.
Okay. Was this part of your
record
4-4 today? You still do that?
and team MVP? No, my 4-4 today was, I don't even know. Can this show please end?
Help me. Can this show end? No, never.
Oh man. So how many wins? Who's the team MVP, and how many World Series games are they winning?
I think a couple of weeks ago when we did a show, I think I said 88 wins.
I think you did.
I did. I'm gonna drop that down a little bit because Musgrove got injured. I'm looking at the rotation. I'm like, Randy Vasquez. Again, Randy Vasquez could surprise all people. He had a good spring training and he had a good year last year, but last year was mostly built off of smoke and mirrors. You have to admit that. So like, unless
100.
I know, unless his velocity is truly going to be 98 miles per hour this year, I'm curious to see what Randy Vasquez does following up last season. So I'm not going to go down too much. I'll go 87 wins. I'll go 87. Team MVP. Team MVP. I'll go. Part of me wants to say Mason Miller because I think he's, literally unhittable. And if they manage him the right way and they keep his innings at a certain limit, he's going to be unstoppable. I can't take a closer. I just can't. So I'll try to speak it into existence once again and say Fernando Tatis Jr.
That's hilarious. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll match your win total just so we both can remember. Because it's somewhere in that range. So I'll just say we're saying collectively on the wrap-up show 87 wins. That's our projected win total for the Padres. I'll say in as the 6th seed. I'll say in.
Oh, I didn't say 87 or not. Yeah, I'll say in as the 6th.
I'll say in, and then I'm going to say Jackson Merrill's their team MVP because I'm hopeful that plays out.
We're not even picking their team MVP because we think that they're going to be amazing. No. We're just like trying to speak it into existence. Yeah, like, please be good.
It's not. I'm not taking Machado. Like, A, because it's easy to do that, and B, because I don't know. I didn't love what I saw down the stretch last year, and I do feel like at some point his numbers are not going to be he's not going to reach his career numbers every year anymore. Like, there's going to be a time he doesn't do that.
In your opinion, who do you think their team MVP was last year?
Last year?
Yeah. Because by a lot of people's opinion, it was Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah, not to me. I'd probably say Pivetta. Truthfully, that's not a position player, but probably
I'd agree with
Pivetta.
That. Yeah. I'd agree with that. Yeah, a lot of people thought that. A lot of people said Fernando had a good year last year, no, and me and you will contest that he did not.
Yeah, he better have a better year. So I'll say 87 and Merrill. You say 87 and Tatis. We'll see. Hopefully they're not winning this division.
No,
last year they actually got close, but this to me would be way more surprising. It really would. Like, no, I don't know. I'm down in this rotation right now, and I hope I'm wrong on it. But that's what's holding me back from saying they're going to replicate what they did the last 2 years.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty concerned about the rotation. Not going to lie, because it's a lot of question marks now. You can say Nick Pivetta and Michael King are locks, as I have said before on social media.
Right.
Also, we'll point to Nick Pivetta's career, and unless he truly has figured it out, maybe this is a little bit of a down year for him compared to last year, right? And if this year compared to last year is like instead of a, what do you have, a high 2 ERA last year? I think it was.
Yeah, like 2.88.
Yeah, like a 2.8 ERA. If he has like a 3.3 ERA this year, that's a down year from last year, but I still would take that in a second.
Definitely.
Yeah. And most importantly, can he give you 170 innings? Same thing with Michael King. Can Michael King give you 150 plus innings? Right. And then after that, shit's a total up in the air crapshoot. I have not much faith in Joe Musgrove until I see it. I'm going to have to see it from Randy Vasquez. Unless he has his velocity is at 98, then we'll see. And especially from Germán Marquez and Walker Buehler. I think that those two can have moments. I think Germán Marquez can absolutely have moments. I think today had like 20 whiffs or 20 something whiffs in like 4 innings pitched. Like it was kind of crazy.
Because he's facing freaking me.
It's true.
And that is true. Packing up the bus.
That is true. But I do think that he could have moments where one game he goes
better than last year.
Yeah, one game he'll go 7 2/3 of giving up 1 earned run and 9 strikeouts and 2 walks. You're like, what? And he has like a 4.89 ERA. You're like, huh?
Right.
So he can do that. It's just the consistency part is where I don't know if they can do that, and that's where like the concern factor comes in.
Let's sneak in a couple of these supers that have rolled in. Appreciate you guys. If you're here on replay, thank you for the super thanks. We appreciate your support of this channel. Opening day is Thursday. Let's get to 10,000 subscribers. Please subscribe to this channel, year-round Padres content, and smash that like button for us. JD Gaucho, longtime viewer, thank you, man. He says, Angels have 5 college theme games with jersey giveaways, Jim. UC Irvine, Cal State Fullerton, USC colors. Padres would have made some coin doing that with the schools here. They in the team store, man, they're selling those hats. They got Aztec themed Padres caps. They got USD. I mean, yeah, they're doing things. Padres are good with their marketing. Padres have no concerns with.
No question.
They don't
about
need
that.
More theme games.
Their marketing is top notch.
Yeah, they're selling their 3 million tickets. Okay, and then Enrique, who became a member earlier, you can click that join button down below if you want to join him. Says, "Good luck this season, boys. We appreciate you, man." What are we gonna do? We got to do a Thursday night something, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, bonus question for you.
Okay.
Do you think, and I maybe did you talk about this with Kevin today? I don't know if you did. Do we get news of a sale before opening day?
No chance.
Okay.
Do you think so? It's because it's 2 days away. I say no chance.
I mean, didn't they say by the end of May or was it the end of April?
Well, either are after opening day, the end of May and April. You're saying March?
Well, sorry, March. My bad.
March. I think it's an April thingy.
Because that right there too is the biggest storyline of the 2026 season is who's the next owner of this franchise.
No, I agree. I mean, hopefully we get answers on that. I want to, like, is it like Josiah? Is it? I mean, who knows? We don't even know one of the groups.
I know. We don't know. I don't think we know a lot. I mean,
I don't think we know a lot. And I don't think Drew Brees is the next owner of the Padres.
No, nor do I.
And I don't think Viore, although I bought shorts the other day. I don't know if that's going to put him over the top and buy the team.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I actually bought 2 collared shirts. I wore one to Viejas for the NCAA tournament. It was very nice.
Wow. Look at you.
Then I didn't go yesterday when St. John's literally celebrated on my seat, on the 760 AM seat that I was not in. They freaking raced over there and all. I would have been
You
trampled.
Didn't go to that game?
No, because I have a family.
Soft.
Even though I had, front row tickets to it, but I just didn't go.
I felt bad for Darren because, well, I don't feel bad for Darren because he was working and he was covering I was doing the SDFC game, but to miss that,
it's crazy. He should have been there. He
first
was there
time since '99 going to Sweet 16. And it's in San Diego against Kansas, and they hit a game winner. Oh my God!
I know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yes.
Fadden's the mystery buyer.
All this crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. We are doing a Thursday night opening day wrap-up show.
All right. Stay tuned for the time. It will not be overly late. It could be, 8:30 Pacific for that show on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
And that's the final wrap-up show of the year.
That's it. They don't have it's weird. They don't have a game Sunday. Did anybody?
It's ridiculous.
Know why?
What's that about? Is it Easter?
It is Easter. No, it's not Easter. Easter's following week. Easter's on the 5th. And this is
You
in the
can't
20.
not play a game on the freaking first Sunday of the year. Like whoever came up with that should be fired.
Yeah, why is there no day game? What the fuck?
It's terrible. That makes no sense to me.
But we'll definitely be back Sunday night, right? Or no?
Yeah. We're back Sunday night. We're gonna get it. That Sunday night's gonna be a staple of this show.
I mean, shit. I gotta work around your Padres collective schedule now.
Correct.
Apparently.
Oh, by the way, Padres collective season preview with way better content is tomorrow.
You're gonna get better content than this show. You're gonna get Kevin not having good Wi-Fi connection and Matt like restarting his computer nonstop.
Bro, no, because Matt has a computer from the 2020s and Kevin has a computer from like at least the 2010s.
Oh.
And do I have a new podcast? Did I do something recently? I might have started something new. I have so many things.
You have like 57 podcasts.
I know. Well, this show will be back Thursday night.
Yes.
So subscribe to this show.
Subscribe to this one. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers, and we're going to be saying that for the next 15 months.
What day does Padres Collective pass the wrap-up show for subscribers?
Thursday. What's it at right now?
Is that like 1,200 with 3 shows?
Oh.
But by the way, Padres Collective people, all they do is bang out like they're constantly putting up like shorts and like 10-minute videos, and it's unbelievable. There's like 30 videos that have been posted.
Yeah, I see it all the time. It's great.
Yeah. So
and I see everyone in the chat that you send me talking shit about me.
That's correct. That is correct. This is hilarious. All right. Subscribe here on content for Padres fans. Smash the like button for us. Follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell ST. Would you please subscribe and get us to 10,000 subscribers? Seriously, if you're here live or on replay, please subscribe. Thank you for the super thanks if you're here on replay as well. Support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, our friends at SeatGeek and Underdog Fantasy. Thank you to Humul Casino, back with us in 2026 as well. For Jim, stay out of Tornado Alley.
I will.
I'm John. This has been the wrap-up show. We'll see you guys on Thursday, and I'll see you tomorrow somewhere. Peace.
Peace.